Hey, I'm back, and today, students, right? So basically, I want to walk you through the tarot life path card, your tarot life path card. So we all have a life path number. When you add up all the digits of your birth date, like my birthday, January 14, 1991. So I do 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 1. All of the digits. I get 26. So my life path number is 8. And it's about 8 is strength and the star. But we're going to go in order. We're going to keep it like that. So once you add up all the digits of your phone number, once you add up all the digits of your your phone number, numbers are important. Period. 111. You don't go a day without numerology. Using numbers. When you pay bills, when you're on the phone, dialing numbers, time, clock, all these things. You were born at a certain time on a certain day, so you get the point. So once you add up all of your digits of your birth number, of your birthday, you get your life path number, because now you have your karmic number, your destiny number, all of these other things. But we're only focusing on the life path. So I have my cards here, and if you are a life path 1, you are the magician. And okay, so let me say this. These it's only 9 life path numbers, right? And there's 22 major arcanas, but we don't count the full, right? But if you these are just like environmental factors that are just nurtured in your life. You know what I'm saying? That are that throughout your life, destined, and this is just what it is. It varies different people, but just the energy resonates with your life path, because I'm a life path 8. That's the star and strength. But like I said, we're gonna stick to one. Sorry for blabbering. So the magician, the wheel of fortune, and the sun. So the wheel of fortune is 10. The sun is 20. What's that, 10? Oh, what number is the sun? 19. Wow, I'm supposed to be able to read numerology. What's that? Roman numerals? Okay, so you are a very powerful person. You have a very important life path. You can manifest anything, okay? You go through life and you don't necessarily have it easy, but fortune is on your side. The fate is on your side. Like, you're destined for greatness and to shine and to be happy, to be a leader and in control. Because it's not even like in control, but creating and manifesting. And also maybe the dark side is like illusions. Let's see, because I was researching this, and okay, so we got the astrology, of course. The Mercury is the magician, the wheel of fortune is Jupiter, and the sun is the sun. So the words for you would be adaptable, lucky in the moment, clever, manipulative, quick, extreme, fortunate in general, expansive, authoritative, and deliberate. And so we have will versus destiny, control versus acceptance, and skill versus fortune. Mm. The magician and the wheel of fortune share the qualities of balance and universality. They both know there is value and power in everything, that anything can be made or can become important at any moment. These words are really small. Let me blow it up. The magician uses skill and intention to manipulate everything. The wheel revels in every experience and accepts everything. The magician awakens and enlivens whatever he pays attention to. The wheel is excited by whatever happens to it. The magician, human in form and scale, stand in one place and brings great things to pass with small gestures. The whale, galactic in size and shape, spins endlessly and experiences the small details of every unfolding drama. The magician makes things appear and disappear like rabbits out of a hat. With focus, awareness, and skill, he opens up possibilities and closes them. Graceful, elegant, and logical, he charms the willing and persuades the unwilling. Armed with unbending intent, he approaches obstacles with serene confidence and faith in his powers. His motto is, I will. Okay, life path number one, I will. Okay. And he discounts the possibility of failure. The job of the magician is to make intention into reality, no matter how unlikely or improbable, and in the process to make, wait, oh, no matter how unlikely or improbable, and in the process to amaze all who watch him do it. Okay. I ain't gonna read all of this, but the link will be in the description. And I just wanted you to know because I still have to read the sun. But okay, here's another thing that's sticking out. The will can be fatalistic and melodramatic, helpless in the face of events. It feels extremely it feels alternately victimized by circumstances and uncountably, uncountably, wow, lucky. Excuse me, y'all. It accepts what happens as destiny, fate, or fortune. It experiences everything that happens to it as intensely important, but with no sense of control. It seeks reassurance from seers and oracles and believes what they say. When things are going well, it hopes that they will continue. When things go badly, it waits for them to get better. The will lives on hopes and fears, guides itself by past experiences, and never stops moving. Full of surprises, could be exciting and intense. You definitely keep your world from going stale. Oh, look. Oh, see, they included it with the sun. See, that's why I was trying to, because they didn't include it with the sun, the first one. Okay, with the sun is central, the source of all fortune. Cheerful, conclusive, and spontaneous. To show things as they truly are versus to accept things as they must become. Versus to make things as they're intended to be. As they are intended to be. Mm. Hmm. That's a good one. Kelly, did you fart? It's the importance of time and change. The sun adds its roundness. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Well, yeah. If you want to check it out, check it out. Check it out. 911, 911. Ooh, that was scary. That was scary. I don't like seeing 911. I don't know. Okay, life path number two, or karmic number two. You are the high priestess. Your cards are justice and judgment. This is your destiny. Very intuitive, very fair. You have to experience things where You have to trust your intuition, or you just know your intuition is just like, wow, you know what I'm saying? And this is just. You also know, I don't know why I'm hearing resurrection, about when you can accept when things don't go your way very well. I don't know. That was definitely channeled. But let's see what life path number two with tarot got going on. Definitely about balance. Definitely about knowing your spirituality and spiritual justice. Spiritual justice. All right. And so we got the words for you are about, okay, of course, Libra rules justice, the moon rules high priestess, and judgment is ruled by fire, the natural visible force of light and heat. Okay, that's judgment. The moon, the high priestess, is ruled by, that's the astrology, the keeper of mysteries and secrets. Okay, so we got loud. Your words are loud and active versus quiet and patient. Raw and direct versus subtle and discreet. Open to new and experimental versus a preference for the ancient and timeless. The beginning of an awakening and the beginning of an initiation. Mm. They also share the finality of endings since each marks as an irrevocable boundary between level of awareness. The priestess guards the gates to the last secrets of the world of self and world. Yeah, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac as well. Judgment is the door to the beginnings of the secret knowledge of self and world. On the far side of judgment, everything is sound asleep in the dream of every day. On the far side of the priestess, everything is wide awake and at the end of the final journey. Judgment listens to the sound of a call so loud that it cannot be ignored. It emerges from the ordinary, stripped of everything it previously held precious and identified with. It begins a brand new life in a world made new by a new awareness, awakened and motivated by a distant energy. It hears and obeys but doesn't understand. It finds itself in a state of constant transformation, fueled by a steady and unquenchable inner fire. The high priestess is mysterious, self efficient, and self efficient. Her silence is ancient and perfect. She says nothing and does nothing, but leaves nothing unsaid or undone. She is cool, serene, and complete. I know that's right. Unintegrated and imperfectly realized, judgment can be deaf to the inner core and heedless of its potential, remaining steadfastly concerned with everyday matters and ordinary pursuits. Needless to say, it can still be sustainable to visions, ghosts, and all sorts of paranormal experiences, with a strong psychic talent and readiness to believe stories of the super and supernatural. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. We got the high priestess judgment. You are highly in tune, and I do that paranormal stuff. You might see things. You might see dead people. You know what I'm saying? Um, Oh, look at this. The stubborn denial of judgment can join forces with the priestess certainty that she knows everything. When this happens, they combine as foolish self-confidence alternating with a fear of the unknown, making personal growth a harrowing experience. And we're gonna go back to number two with the justice. We gotta read number two with the justice, right? So we read the justice, analytical and contemplative. Analytical versus contemplative, harsh versus gentle, loud versus silence. Yeah, everything is accounted for. Justice examines everything for flaws in order to find its flawless essence. The high priestess knows the secrets of everything as it is in order to encompass everything. Justice demands of everything in its true nature and essence with nothing concealed, withheld, or distorted. It tirelessly weighs and measures, satisfied with nothing less than the clear, the absolute, and the irreducible in everything. Justice is adamant and uncompromising with its sword and scales, loud and clear in its redness, fearless and certain on its throne, guarding the entrance to the temple of the secrets of perfection. Justice can be given to rage and haste. It can become arrogant and hypocritical, aggrieved and vengeful and uncertain. Oh, the high priestess could be conceited, could be a conceited know-it-all, moody, secretive, unapproachable. She can be despairing and lost, or given to excess or careless, given to excess and careless of consciousness. Continue Life path number two continuously seeks the truth, and in its service they are drawn to esoteric studies and unusual paths. So you might be in law enforcement. You might be always wanting to find out and uncover the truth, life path two, right? You want to see what's hidden behind the veil. Who are you really? Because I see the real you, and I'm going to treat you accordingly. It might not be fair, right? I don't know. But I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching number two. And now on to life path. Okay, so life path number three. Hmm. Okay. We got the Empress. She's a lady. Number three. The Hangman is 12. One and two is three. And we got the World 21. Okay, so you probably have a lot of babies. And it doesn't have to be physical babies, but a lot of creations, a lot of creative things because you learn, you put in the work, you can go within, you know what I'm saying? That's where you thrive at, right? Life path number three. You do good working with other people as well in the community. Oh yeah, you're good with the community. You're like the nurturing one, the caring one, the girl's girl, or the guy's guy. The people, the person people want to be around. Creative genius is what I hear. Like you can create and put your love and energy into anything because it's channel. Sometimes you might disappear and then come back with something. Writing a book, might disappear, write a book, come back and introduce it to the world. And they're like, "What? Where you been?" I was doing me. People just want to be around you. Okay. And let's see. Probably have all sisters too. Mostly sisters or females, best friends and stuff like that. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Because you have three cards, and after life path three, then well, it goes back down to two cards. But one through three is three cards. So water is the hangman, Venus is the empress, and the world is Saturn. Okay, So the world is Saturn, and your words are spiritual versus physical, detached versus involved, abstract versus specific, Pacific. Okay. And then intensity, outward, open, and active versus filled with creative but unexpressed potential. 222. Disciplined and regular versus chaotic and unpredictable. Natural and adaptable versus formal and inwardly certain. So those are the words that may or may not describe you. You know, you got the light side and then you have the shadow side. You know, some people don't, they face their shadow side, and or they just don't have those shadow qualities. Okay, so life path number 3. What else? Let's see what they got to say. The hangman and the empress have in common a certain with birth and life. Yeah, you could create and you give life. You give life, physical birth and mortal life, and spiritual rebirth and immortal life. Venus, the empress, is born from waves of the sea, elemental water. The hangman is born from the womb of the empress, being driven at birth from a vessel of blood matches in intensity, rebirth by the immersion of baptism in a body of water. The experience of entering the world at birth is equaled by the experience of withdrawing from the world through meditation. I feel like he was also a very peaceful, good baby. I don't know why I'm getting that channel. I don't know. You were a peaceful, good baby, easy to watch. People wanted to watch you. People wanted to do, have their kids around you and stuff like that. You just had that good, youthful energy. They contrast in as detachment versus involvement, relaxation versus contradiction, tranquility versus turbulence, concern with simplicity versus preoccupation with details. The hangman is focused on purifying, cleansing, and deepening himself, distancing himself from the details of creation. He offers the experience of enlightenment and detachment and inner illumination to whoever is willing to share it. The Empress is actively creative, nurturing, protective, and has an intense, immediate, hands on connection with all her creation. Unintegrated and unrealized, the hangman can be self involved and insensitive, self indulgent and passive, depressed and addictive, grandiose and impractical, lonely and in need of support. Oh. The negative side of the Empress can be domineering, meddlesome, small minded and abusive, melodramatic, and possessive, demanding attention and feeling abandoned. But loyal, protective to a fault, and they can be creative and original to the point of genius. They raise caring, selfless love and devotion to transcendent levels. Selflessness, love, and devotion. Okay, and then we're going to read the world. Oh, this going back and forth. Okay, and incorporated with the world, and the Empress bring abundance, brings orderly conclusion to the Empress, fertile beginning. Yeah, you learned the lesson, you overcome, you went through the school of life, and you just you get it. You know what I mean? You get it, and it's just like, oh, or you easily get it. Probably you just get it, or you just like, hmm. You can see it. You can understand, compassionate. You have that empathy. Spontaneous and graceful, beautiful and proportionate. Between them, things can be things to do what they were born to do. They live as they are meant to live and as last as long as they were meant to last, between destinies and realized and completed. But the world can be awkward and inappropriate, brazen and overbearing, heavy-handed and destructive, stiffly traditional and unimaginative. Mm. So that's the dark side. And I think I mentioned some of the dark sides of the shadow sides of that. So there you have it, life path number 3. Life path number 4, you have the Emperor and Death Tarot cards as your ruling major arcana. Okay? Balancing your foundation and knowing when to destroy the foundation. Right? You rule. You rule with the iron fist. You lay down law. No, I'm just kidding. Number 4. So, Scorpio, well, let's say Aries is the ruler, the astrology ruler of the Emperor. Bright, clear, hot, attractive, and reassuring. Ooh, he's sexy. And Death. Kelly, what you doing? What's the matter? You wanna go outside? She over there bugging. Death. Scorpio. Dark, deep, cold, seductive, and frightening. Anarchy versus order. Democracy versus hierarchy. And necessity versus logic. Death and the Emperor have in common the quality of polar absolutes. Both are crystal clear in the definition of their function. Yeah, that is true. Wow. Right. So when you like you know what you want and you know what you need to do. This is what you need to do. And you know it. Nobody has to tell you. Because you know what you need to do. Life path number 4. Emperor. They know the definition of their function, territory, and authority. Neither can be moderated or softened in the performance of their duties. Each balances out the other perfectly. One deconstructs and wipes away, the other organizes and establishes. They are both utterly dependable. The emperor, the emperor makes death lawful and gives him pride of place in the scheme of things. Death makes everything mutable so that the law itself is constantly changing, adaptive, and alive. The emperor is armored, a warrior in the service of the light. His job and responsibility is to make sense of things, to bring out of chaos, to bring order out of chaos, to refute the bogus, to make peace between the usual and the exception. The emperor permits no secrets or special powers to challenge the authority of his law. His motto is, there's a perfectly good explanation for everything. Death is an armored Death is armored, a warrior in the service of dark. His job is to establish the edge of the unknown, the edge of known, and to push everything over the edge into mystery. He unfurls the banner of the realms of darkness, in which the rules are so different from those of the kingdom of light that they seem like chaos. He is the master of unknown and the fear and adventure of the unknown, and his banner is the veil of the unknown. Unintegrated and imperfectly realized, the emperor is a tyrant and stuck in the mud, controlling and manipulative, unable to, it's the dark side, unable to let things take their course or go their own way. He equates mystery with ignorance and can be afraid of the dark. Ooh, yeah, that's the dark side. I mean, death is dark. It ain't. You have to go into the darkness in order, like, the great abyss. No, I'm just kidding. Um, what he doesn't know or can't account for, he believes does not exist. He resents criminals and upholds the established order. Death can be vicious and cruel, gratuitously cruel. He will make false claims and promises and spread ruin and upheaval wantonly. He has no fear of consequences, and his reason for things can be akin to madness. He supports any kind of change for its own sake. Cloaking Antichrist impulses in a cracked or spacious, specious reasonableness. Together, this combination makes life both orderly and fresh, peaceful without tyranny. Oh my gosh, sorry y'all. Prosperous without stagnation, always believable but constantly fascinated. Together, their motto is the only things you can depend on are death and taxes. So that is yours, life path number 4, your cards. If you want to do more research, just Google your tarot birth card, life path number. Okay. Okay, life path number 5. 111 I just seen. My karmic number is number 5. So this is what I deal with on a daily. On a daily. Okay. So you have added up your birthday and the digits of your number equals a 5. It breaks down. If it's 2 digits, you add that and you break it down to 1 digit. So for you, number 5, your your life path is about trusting and being the bigger person, being the spiritual leader, trusting in spirit and doing the work of spirit, moving around. You're needed all over. You're worldly. You're global, right? And then let's see. So we know Sagittarius rules temperance. That's that movement. And Taurus rules the Hierophant. So Sagittarius is adaptable, restless, volatile, quick to anger, freedom loving, and drawn to philosophical abstraction. Excuse me. Taurus, the Hierophant, is rooted, steady, slow to anger, simultaneously loyal and jealous. Appraiser of true value. That is, I like that. Appraiser of true value. You might be you might attract a lot of tourist people in your life too. So your words are free thinking versus traditional, explosive effort versus steady progress, warrior versus academic. So these might things that you find yourself battling with. You share a passionate nature, a concern for purity of intention and action, faith in personal evolution and perfectibility. Both are impatient with wrongdoing and lack of effort. That didn't make sense to me. Did that make sense to you? Both. Both of these cards are impatient with wrongdoing and lack of effort. Hmm. They contrast as natural versus formal, personal versus hierarchy, righteous versus moral, individual versus communal, self knowledge contrasts with receive lineage. The path of mighty effort contracts the path of perfect surrender. The Hierophant listens to the inner voice and allows it to speak through him. He knows the secret path that connects the inner and the outer, the hidden and the visible, and he is a sure guide to anyone traveling from one to the other. The Hierophant's job is to clearly separate right from wrong, to create and lead the rituals of spirit, right? You're guided to teach true knowledge, to open the door to the chamber of the heart, and to initiate all who have done the outer practices and the inner mysteries. He is the guardian of the gates of paradise. Yeah. I feel like you are highly spiritual or highly religious or very in tune with your spirituality, whoever you believe in, whatever your faith is. You are on point with it. Like it's like nobody can tell you anything, and you dive into it. Yeah, philosophical. You go with water magic too. That's for somebody. Somebody out there is good with water magic. Like you can have a cup of water, pray, meditate, whatever. Put your energy into that cup of water, drink it, and boom. So I don't know. That's for somebody. Okay, temperatures can. Okay, did I read that part? Okay, yeah. Temperance is the captain of the armies of the spirits, the beam of light in a dark room. She combines the powers of opposite intensity of hot and cold, dark and light, dry and wet, weightless and heavy, into the passionate impulse of the center. She is drawn, he is drawn below the house. Bullseye. Well, I don't know. I'm just going to say bullseye. Okay? You got the arrow, bullseye, temperance, the Sagittarius, the archer, the bow and arrow. His job is to know firsthand danger. Okay, excuse me. Sorry, y'all. I gotta smoke a blunt because this ain't happening. First thing, this is why I don't like looking at the phone too long. Temper's job is to know firsthand every danger and pitfall of the right and left paths, and then to find and travel the middle way. Her energy, passion, and purity are the shortest, sure way out of the prison of our personal limitations and into the freedom and true power. Unintegrated and imperfectly realized, the Hierophant can be intolerable, inflexible, hypocritical, concerned with form instead of essence, permitting vice while forbidding heresy, exchanging the inner kingdom for a personal following. So that's the shadow side. Temperance shadow side can be given to extremes of self if given to extremes of self righteousness and self contempt, of anger and pity, of action and lethar, of aestheticism and license. Involved, lazy, sloppy, and given to fantasies of personal greatness. Together, they can be focused, inspired, charismatic. They can be both trusted leaders and loyal followers. They know, speak, and act from their own highest truth. Yeah, whatever. I feel like whatever you believe in, if it's working with children and healing children, like you really go hard and you really believe in that. You really, you know. Also, like you could be a teacher or whatever it is. So, yeah, life path number 5. Going with the change, trusting, and yeah, you might have to step away from your community, start your own community. A rebel with a cause. Okay, rebel with a reason. All right, life path number 5. The link is gonna be down in the description. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Check out the links. All of the links. All of the links. You will check out. Just kidding. Number 6, we got the lover and the devil. If this ain't opposite, you got your higher self, spirit, and the earthly realm. Okay? So you probably go to a lot of extremes, like extremely spiritual, and hey, you know, all week I'm sinning. No, all week I'm sinning on Sunday here. But no, we better than that on this channel, right? We gotta play. We in the earthly realms. You naughty, naughty little people. Are you into dominatrix? No, that was just, I don't know where that came from. Okay, what's that? Lovers, which is 6. The devil is 15, 1 and 5. Mm-hmm. It just come up on you, huh? Come out of nowhere, the devil. The devil. So, the devil's ruled Capricorn and the lovers is Gemini, right? So, the devil, Capricorn, sophisticated, ambitious, relentless, driven to possess and achieve, always competitive, every gain matched by an equal loss, practical and self sufficient. Happiness is in accomplishment. That is true. Set a goal, you'll find happiness in achieving it. I hope. Young Gemini, young, fresh, and curious, charmed by life and its possibilities, always connected to a living partner or a vibrant abstraction. All joy is in the sharing. And yeah, uh, you know, your conflicts is self-determined versus relationship-oriented, self-expressive versus cooperative creative effort, self-important versus what's best for one's partner. Some things are better than others versus it's all good. 444 I just seen. I'm hungry. I need to. Damn, I've been up so early. It's only 10 o'clock. I'm like, it's time for lunch. The lovers and the devil are two images that alternate in a mirror, and each has two faces. Look once and you may like what you see. Look again and you may be dismayed. Whichever image looks back at you, it takes both faces to make you whole. One image seeks the bliss of coming together, while the other enjoys the pleasure of solitary achievement. One enjoys what it has, while the other knows what it wants. Mhm. The devil gives each member of every pair its freedom, but links each to the other by need and desire. Pairs are separated, and each half is given its own separate and competing value. Each individual stands alone and against the world, a separate interest with all the powers and possibility of the uniqueness, life and death, good and evil, pleasure and pain, health and illness, fight pitched battles in which no victory is possible. Each individual feels incomplete, in, aware of having some things but not others, of liking some things but not others, of knowing some things but not others. Kelly, I'm gonna fuck you up. You know what you did. Excuse me, y'all. All right, I'm back, y'all. Sorry about that. What if that would have happened in Brazil, in the rest of Central America, or in the Caribbean, or in the United States? Fearing the spirit of freedom would prove contagious, terrified slave owners on neighboring islands isolated the fledgling nation. Your job is to witness and accept all of the marriages of opposites that make the universe what it is. And with every marriage, to release the orgasmic joy of making two into the original one. Unintegrated and imperfectly realized, the devil can be at once beautiful, brilliant, and seductive, and cruel, destructive, and terrifying. These are the dark sides, the shadow sides. He has what everyone needs and desires, but sells at a punishing price. His motto is, I'll give you 3 wishes, and he laughs uproariously at his own joke. Oh, that's like the devil's advocate. Well, hello. The lovers can be naive, the dark side, can be naive and irresponsible, shallow, inconsequential, vain, and deceitful. They may join in impermanent liaisons and enjoy or suffer at these liaisons come as these liaisons come and go. Their energy can be a storm in a teacup in which they are forever in danger of drowning. Together, the lovers and the devil know all the secrets of the visible universe and can give the gift of a harmonious power. Okay. All right. Shout out to you. Life path number 6. Cards of the devil. So yeah, everything is a mirror of you, and it's duality, but is also harmony. So you got duality versus harmony. Higher self versus lower self. Spiritual versus earthly, and you're bringing it together and knowing that they're one. So it's okay to indulge in the darkness, and it's okay to be spiritual. Finding that balance, 555. So shout out to y'all. If you want to do more research, Google Life Path Tarot Card, something like that. That's what I did. Until next time. And life path number 7, you are the Chariot and the Tower. Moving forward. All I could think is in life, you got to move forward. You probably get hit with a lot of like truths and revelations and shocking information. Shit, people might come to you and tell you, or you might have to go save people, or who knows? That life path 7. Put yourself first, that's for sure. You probably have to learn to put yourself first. Let's see what Life Path 7, what she got to say. I'm gonna leave the link in the description box. Also, so Life Path 7 is ruled by, okay, the Tower is ruled by Mars, and Cancer is ruling the Chariot. That is the planetary and astrological significance behind them, right? Okay. So Mars, the Tower, is brilliant, flashing in the moment, violent emotions and activity, male sexual potency, pride, war, full speed ahead. Yeah. You charge full speed ahead. You're probably good in the bed. You probably don't like foreplay. Just get to it. Get to it. I'm just kidding. The Chariot is self-sufficiency, protection, nurturing care, coolness and courage, focus and determination, initiates activity but steps sideways. Like the crab, it goes side to side, side to side, side to side, then it go forward, then side to side. They move side to side, side to side. Okay. So you're faced with hot in everything versus cool in everything, direct in everything versus indirect in everything, instinctual action versus considered action, protect by confrontation versus protect by getting out of the way. And the dark side, unintegrated and imperfectly realized, the shadow side. The tower can be capricious, frightening, disastrous. It can rob effort of its proper reward and destroy faith in both justice and mercy. It can be melodramatic, or it can be pointless, random, and gratuitously painful. The chariot can vacillate and sidestep or turn tail and run. It can be vainglorious and posturing, or overly sensitive and ineffectual. ineffectual, excuse me. It can lose heart in the middle of a task and mope. Together they are afraid of nothing, can stand successfully against any opponent, either internally or externally, and when the time comes, they will rise to the ultimate challenge and be equal to it. The tower is the tumultuous power at the center of everything. It is the constant potential for the occasional experience of the unexpected, the violent and sudden disruption of normal conditions, the power of complete surprise and the feeling of head over heels. The job of the tower is to uproot dug in positions and vested interests and to be the event horizon beyond which lies the unpredictable, unaccountable. The tower is the end of compliancy, complacency. Oh, my back is itching. Ow. The chariot is a steady flow of ceaseless intention that is the warrior in everything. Its job is to harness all the competing impulses and energy to overcome all obstacles and resistance, and against all odds carry everything to its destiny. On this journey, everything becomes what it must become, and nothing is lacking. So there you have it. You might fall a lot or have problems with your car on the dark side, or you always get new cars. In the United States alone, there are hundreds of voodoo priests and priestesses known as Houdans and Mambos. Yeah. This home in Philadelphia is all right. Yeah, check out the description and all that. Hope you like it. And if you're a Life Path number 8, these are your tarot cards. Shout out to Life Path number 8. We in the building. We got the Strength, which is ruled by Leo and the Sun. And then we have the Star, which is ruled by Aquarius. Peaceful, optimistic, visionary, and original, open and approachable, virginal and trusting, pure. So basically, she's pure. Okay, you have this pure energy. You glow. You shine everywhere you go. Right. And Leo is charismatic, energetic, loud, proudful and willful, cheerful and confident, sexually potent. So you probably good in the bed too. Like you're good at sex magic. And you're a star. You're destined to telecommunications, uh, like communicating. Email. Using the Aquarius energy technology to reach the people from afar. Because the star is up in the sky. So you gotta look up in the sky and you gotta wait till night to see one. Or wait till the sky is darkened. Right? And then with the Strength in the daylight with the sun. Ain't that something that's like opposite, like in the sun in the daytime, in the nighttime, the stars. So you might be a night owl, right? You probably do better at nighttime, being in the house, walking around in your birthday suit. And yeah, Strength. He had to hold back a lot in life. Had to harness that that energy. Pride versus humble. Like that kind of thing. Okay, so here are the words for you. Right? Optimistic and relaxed versus vigilant and concerned. Flexible and soft versus insistent and strong. Accepting versus demanding. So the shadow side, the dark side, unintegrated and imperfectly realized, the star can be immoral, eccentric, and cranky. She may be undiscriminating and unaware and in aid and in denial when things get broken or go wrong. She may routinely support lost causes and put herself in harm's way in the belief that she'll be okay no matter what. I am guilty of this. And she can be peevish, whiny, and aggrieved when things don't work out. No, I don't relate to that. But anyway, strength can be moody, sullen, and prone to fits of temper. She may eat too much or starve herself. She can be a vigorous lover or become celibate without warning. She can go from baseless self confidence to irrational timidity. She can make herself weak and frighten a pussycat with a weak meow, or she can be larger than life, throw her weight around, laugh, cry, and howl at peak volume, a lion out of control. Together, they are graceful, peaceful, and strong with their powers and talent and perfect balance and harmony and all their virtues at the service of the world. The star is remote, cool, and calm. Strength is hot, intense, and closed. For the unclothed star, the world and her own nature are fine as they are and can only suffer from interference. I definitely agree with that. Like, I really feel like with nature, like the earth will thrive and survive without humans. Humans won't thrive and survive if Mother Nature wiped out everything. No, it just wouldn't. But all the fishes in the seas, all the birds and the bees and all of them would be alive more, and not extinct because of humans. But I digress. Um, for strength fully clothed, the world in her own nature needs restraints to work properly. The star is the innate perfection in things, their natural rightness and goodness, and their connection with what is highest and deepest in the creative process. She fears nothing in nature because for her there is nothing in nature to be afraid of. She sees nothing in nature to fix because nothing in nature is wrong. Her motto is leave things alone and they'll be all right. The job of the star is to cooperate with the nature of things, to witness its perfection, and to resist the urge to improve it. Mm. Yeah, I never want to fix people. I really genuinely want to see people's pure selves when they're around me. Because I just do that too. You might, because I just show my pure, authentic self, and you might get a lot of children stare at you. A lot of people stare like a stone. Who not gonna? I mean, well, anyway. Strength is a twofold power at the center of things, the expansive and the contradictive power, force and form. She knows they must be kept in balance, and that takes constant vigilance and effort. She cannot press too hard or the source of on the source of power, or she'll cut off its breath and make it weak. That's deep. She cannot relax her grip on it, or it will expand violently and swallow her whole. The job of strength is to keep the power of nature in check and release it as needed and necessary. Ooh, that's so deep because I've always had a problem with, I did not want to show my power. I did not want to, I was afraid of it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's that solar plexus chakra, right? The solar plexus, and then I feel like the star is above the seven chakras. I feel like that's like above your crown. But this strength card is your solar plexus and knowing when to use your power and not to abuse your power, whatever that power may be. Right? So shout out to us, life path number 8. Last but not least, we got number 9. If your life path card number is 9, you are the Hermit, and the Moon, number 9 and number 18. And a lot of introspection, a lot of uncovering, a lot of self reflecting. I'm seeing like two-sided people. You see people's reflections. I don't know what that means. That was channeled. Okay, so we got Pisces rules the moon, sleep and dream, darkness, light and shadow, fluid, shifting images, profound yearnings, deep waters. Virgo, the hermit, observant, analytical and smart, rooted in detail, patient, industrious, a perfectionist, idealist, and purist, reaches for the high ground. Okay, okay. And your life choices are the importance of night versus the importance of day, the importance of pain and pleasure, plain pleasure, beauty, and ugliness. Wait, okay, hold on. Excuse me. I know y'all perfectionists, so I'm gonna get it right. The importance of pain, pleasure, beauty, ugliness versus the importance of wisdom, ignorance, persistence, and giving up. The world as mysterious and uncertain versus the world as challenging and straightforward. Those are things that you face, okay? And if you want more details, you can just click on that link, and for sure, you will see um, you can just Google your life path card number, right? And so I'm gonna read the shadow sides, and then I'm gonna read the light side, and some may or may not resonate with you, because like I said, the shadow and the light, and some may be the old you, the change you, blah blah blah. So unintegrated and imperfectly realized, the moon can be filled with nameless terrors and subject to depression. Oh. It may not trust what it sees or what it hears, and it is prone to believe in the worst. It can be gulled into believing fantastic claims and stories and may be drawn onto false paths with little or no reward at their end. It is subject to nightmares and may come to fear sleep. Yeah, and you might be a loner, feel like no one gets you, or people are hiding. Are you paranoid? I don't know. That just feels like dark sided energy. The hermit can be ambitious and lose sight of or never see how perfectly he can serve a higher power or how pure he can become himself. He can be immersed in detail, careful of every step on the way to serving his own interests. He may be practical and down to earth. That mysterious and unlikely path are rejected out of hand. He can become so absorbed in making his own way that he has little time or patience for anyone else, and thus becomes isolated and emotionally barren. Together, they travel from the depths to the heights, exploring the shadows and precipices that wait for every challenged traveler on the path to knowledge. So you might find have a lot of challenges throughout life. 333. They promise faithfully that the great journey of personal evolution can be completed and they will show you the way. For you, number 9, life path number 9, the journey is the thing. The journey is the thing for you. For both the heights and the objective, for both illumination is the essence, while darkness is the matrix. One faces the darkness of the untraveled path ahead, while the other faces the darkness of the heights beyond reach. The light available to each leaves their darkness intact. 420. The moon is the uncertainty at the heart of things. The unrealized and phantom possibility, the power of mutation and transformation. Shapeshifting unconsciousness and identity offer multiple realities that reflect inner rather than outer landscape. The job of the moon is to evolve, to move forward by inhabiting ever more subtle and elaborate forms, to experience challenge, growth, and renewal with each new version of the self. The hermit is the finished, final clarity that shines at the center of things. The desolation of knowledge gained through effort, persistence, intelligence, and courage. Perfect faith and endless labor are rewarded by being lit from within. He becomes a steady, continuous living light, a beacon to those who seek the outermost boundaries of personal growth. For those on the upward journey, the way is lit by those who have gone before. So you probably have a deep connection to your ancestors. You've probably seen so much that is I've seen so much things and it seems dark, you know. 555. That's deep. I don't want to go into psychologically, but I just feel a sadness for number nine. Yeah, I go through a lot. Like Pisces, like that's the cycle. You know what I'm saying? But you're also humanitarians, you know, trusting in yourself. So shout out to y'all for being here, for watching. Click on the link, Google what you need to Google. And until next time, I love you for watching. Mwah.